Sandra, the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia are edging closer to joining in the war against Iran as both continue to grapple with repeated missile and drone attacks inside their countries. Matt Finn is tracking the latest regional developments. He's live for us in Dubai. Matt?
Hey, John, not long ago, India's prime minister said that he had a productive phone call with our president, received a phone call from President Trump and had a useful exchange of views on the situation in West Asia. India supports de-escalation and restoration of peace at the earliest. Ensuring that the Strait of Hormuz remains open, secure, and accessible is essential for the whole world. We agreed to stay in touch regarding efforts towards peace and stability. Now, President Trump has been saying that the U.S. and Iran are communicating on ceasefire deals, claiming Iran is coming close to striking a deal.
They want peace. They've agreed they will not have a nuclear weapon, et cetera, et cetera. But we'll see. You have to get it done. But I would say there's a very good chance.
Now, yesterday, Iran initially denied that it's holding talks with the U.S., but now Iran's foreign minister has held separate calls with his counterparts in Egypt, Oman, Pakistan, and Turkey. And those are the same countries reportedly attempting mediation with the U.S. and Iran to end the war. So it seems like there may be some back-channel discussions going on. And the latest update from the United Arab Emirates here, announcing the UAE Ministry of Defense mourns a civilian contractor, a Moroccan national, who was martyred while performing his duties during a routine mission in the Kingdom of Bahrain following an Iranian missile attack. The attack also resulted in the injury of 5 members of UAE Ministry of Defense. The ministry extends its deepest condolences to the family of the martyr, praying that God grants him mercy and wishes a speedy recovery to the injured. And also the top diplomat from the UAE, indicating that this country may jump in on the war against Iran, or at least continue to back the United States, saying that it will, quote, never be blackmailed by terrorists, in reference to Iran. John, Sandra?
No, Iran's certainly not winning any hearts and minds in the Gulf states. Matt Finn for us in Dubai. Matt, thank you. Sandra?
Okay, let's bring in Brent Sadler now, Heritage Foundation Senior Fellow, retired Navy captain and former Pentagon official. Brent, welcome to you. This obviously would be a big change in the scope of the war as we have seen it. What say you at this point?
Well, the potential entry of Saudi Arabia and UAE into direct conflict with Iran, they've been under blistering attacks for the better part of the last week and a half or so. And so the longer that Iran remains obstinate and resisting, ending this war, the more likely that these neighbors that are getting attacked join it. Whether or not that moves the needle to quickening the end of this war, that'll be to be seen, quite frankly.
General Keane weighed in earlier on what makes him skeptical about these talks. Listen.
I'm highly skeptical. Why? Because this is a regime for 47 years. They are pathological liars and they're cheaters. And it's very difficult to take them at their word. I'm not saying don't try, but I think the president certainly and his negotiators know who these people are. And
the president has given us some sort of indication that the people with whom they are talking are, quote unquote, reasonable. So do you have faith in these talks?
Well, I would side with General Keane on this one. This is not the time to relent at all on the military front. If anything, it's to apply more pressure to ensure that the Iranians are serious about ending their nuclear program, ending the murder of their people on the streets. The key thing, though, is probably good to reflect back on why we are where we are today with this regime. After 47 years, the nature of it's one that they can't live with their neighbors in peace, and certainly not with Israel. That's got to change. And they also have been a threat to American citizens. Over 1,000 of American souls have been passed because of this regime's terroristic attacks. And we need to find a place where a new regime is in Tehran that can meet that peaceful coexistence with their neighbors, Israel and the United States. And until that, we'll be back at this again in some near future.
I'll put the New York Times headline up on the screen on the Saudi prince supposedly pushing President Trump to continue the Iran war. In these recent calls, Prince Mohammed bin Salman sees a historic opportunity to remake the region, according to people briefed by U.S. officials on the conversations. And we have heard this before, and we've heard this from President Trump as well, that we could see a whole new Middle East as a result. What do you imagine that looks like if all went as planned?
Well, I think the first observation of that would be the expansion of the Abraham Accords, which even before this conflict was actually growing. Saudi Arabia was a potential joining into that back before the October 7th attacks in 2023. That's a glimpse of the future without this regime in Tehran spreading discord and chaos and murder across the region, and certainly even on our streets, attempted assassinations here. So definitely the world will be a better place with a different government in Iran, but it's important that it's up to the Iranian people to seize this moment. You know, well over a plurality, in some counts 80%, want to see this theocratic dictatorship ended and a new page turned in Iran. I think those voices need to be heard. And again, it's for the Iranian people to act on. Given an opportunity.
Have about 30 seconds left. Leave us off with what you see happening next with all of this.
I think the next focus is going to be trying to restore some level of confidence that ships can pass through the Straits of Hormuz so oil prices can come down. That doesn't require a coalition, a formal coalition, but with the French sending a carrier strike group and perhaps other allies stepping up, I think that's the type of message that'll send to the shipping world and to the insurers that it's safe to go through that strait, or at least safe enough for the shipping to pick up and the prices to come down.
Yeah, just took a quick peek. Oil seems to be holding steady right around $92 a barrel right now. Brent, always good to get you on. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.